Hi, it's been a while since I posted. I've been doing a lot of projects and so on in the summertime, a lot of outdoor stuff I got to get done, honeydews and so on. Anyway, it's been a while and I've got a lot of requests for what I do with the chop saw. Now, it's just an inexpensive Makita. I've had it for at least 15 years, if not more. But I have a roll-around stand for it, so I can take it outside. And if I'm doing decking, like I put a new deck in, I can use it out there. And I do different things, like if I was doing molding in the house or something like that. But this is in the shop. I use this so much more than you would normally think. I have sleds, but yeah, you got to go get it and all that. And I can just walk up to this and use it. Not to mention the fact I don't have to, if I've already got my fence set up for something on the table saw, and then I grab the sled, I've got to move the fence out of the way, and so I try to make this as accurate as possible. If I'm doing something that's really, really critical, I use a shooting board and that sort of thing to get myself to the right proportion. So anyway, this is about what I have, and of course this is again in a small place, so and dust collection was an issue. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the saw. I'm going to have to walk around with the camera, so I'll be talking as I walk around. I'll show you the saw as it is. I made a shroud for it. You can see a little bit of that right here, and we'll get closer where it's got flappers in the front to try to contain the sawdust, and it actually does a very good job. It was terrible before that. So this box that I have made around it, on the one side I do have 1/2 inch, and on the bottom I have a piece of well, this is actually it's that's 3/4, but then the rest of it is just 1/8 inch that hardboard stuff with the white stuff on it, so that when the dust comes in there it'll fall off of that, because it's not as sticky as wood would be, and the rest of it has that around, so I can pick it up and move it out of the way and get it out, especially when I use it outside. I don't need it. So I'll go ahead and grab the camera and start walking around and show you the saw. Then I'll put it back here and show you how I put some of the things together on it that make it a good chop saw for woodworking. So okay, here we are kind of walking around it. This shows the stand on the chop saw. It's just an old stand. I mean, I've had it for years and years. I've taken parts of it off, but the way it is right now, I can fold it up. I use a really good thin curved blade. It is a compound sliding miter saw. So that shows that part of it. Now, the box that's around it, as you can see, I guess on the sides I have like that's 1/2 inch plywood. The side again is 1/2 inch plywood, and then the top I framed in, and it's the thinner, and the back is the thinner stuff. I don't know how well you can see in there, but you can see I put one of those big dust things in. It's about 12 by 12, but I still hooked up the hose to the saw, and I ran it right down through the 4-inch fitting. So I'm not sure. I'll try here on the other side if we can see a little better. You can see that hose goes down in the fitting. So the 4-inch is sucking through that and itself. So the 2.5 kind of goes through that. Let me undo this thing. Great. There we go. So the saw does slide back and forth. And I am able to do 45s with it. Let me see. Up to a 45, and it still stays hooked up and everything. So that part works in the box pretty good. We'll go around the back and look underneath. I got a lot of stuff in the way here, but if you can see that big shroud goes onto a 4-inch hose, and that, it just really works well. And here's the back of it. I have, on the back, I just have a post holding it up, just a dowel that I put on it. And inside, it's really hard to see, but here's one knob that once you undo it, there's another one, yeah, there's another one on this side. The whole thing just slides right off. So that works pretty good. Anyway, okay, I think that's good for that part of it right now. We'll look underneath from the front here, and you can kind of see its connection again. And then I'll put it back on the stand. Go ahead and go to part 2 so you can see the rest of this. Shouldn't be too much longer. And there's some pretty neat things you can see. Thanks.